Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin.
Thanks for the intro, Peter. I've been soaking up the atmosphere, and I'm really looking forward to what lies in store.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. If you have just joined, you have just missed the kickoff. Hullet. Now it's Neymar. Brilliantly cut out. Now here is a true legend of the game. In fact, some still say, Jim, that he's the greatest number one there's ever been.
The mighty Gianluigi Buffon. Yeah, he might get my vote too, Peter. When you consider his consistency at the highest level, okay, he may not be as skillful with the ball at his feet as some of the younger contenders, but you certainly wouldn't want him lining up for the opposition. What a goalkeeper.
Messi makes a move down the right. Messi going face-to-face with his great rival. There could be trouble here, but for now the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket.
Well, he was the one player you had to keep away from the area. Not the best way to do it, though.
What a start. Free kick in a dangerous position in the opening minutes. And we have the first dead ball situation of the game. Promising one. Now it's Messi. Hullet proving a very adept defender. It was a good tackle too.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days, all part of a forward's duties.
Looking for the far post. And they can counter here. No, he wasn't being taken in by that trickery. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Xavi Alonso, the conductor, the central piece to his team's attack. And here's Hullet. Vieira gets a foot in here. Nicely weighted ball. That's a little off target. Neymar. Good take, and is he in? And here's Neymar. He shot, surely! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Hullet really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
And here's Neymar. Neymar will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Showing great feet there. Now it's Pato. Now it's Hullet. Neither side yet able to find the net. De Rossi. Paris Saint-Germain
really do like their passes from deep, Peter.
Making good use of that quarterback position, aren't they?
Yeah, but this is a system that can only work if you have the players who are willing to run at and beyond the defence. Let's see if these forwards are up for it now.
Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Pato is herring after that one. Pass somewhat off target.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
No, that's been intercepted. That's destined for the flank. Xavi Alonso. And it's Messi. Oh, he's found support out wide. Messi. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Threads one in. Oh, that's an excellent interception. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Hullet charging forward, the ball at his feet. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. That has ended up in no man's land.
They've been denied a chance to develop any rhythm in the passing department.
Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Well, I'm not sure how the stats look in terms of expected goals, but nothing actual has materialised so far. Thuram deals with that comfortably. Looking for the run. Xavi Alonso goes looking wide. That's a good run down the left. McAllister. Cristiano Ronaldo. De Rossi. And it's Hullet. Christian shapes to shoot! Goal!
That couldn't have been a more potent injection of belief for this team. Top man.
That's it, 45 minutes up. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here. Reflections on the first half?
Okay, they got hit with that one sucker punch, but I don't think there was much wrong with their overall approach. I think the boss needs to give his team a lift during the break, and they should still be quite buoyant.
Paris Saint-Germain looking solid, if not too much more at half-time. It's 1-0. We're on the move again. Paris Saint-Germain leading courtesy of the game's only goal. Thuram kept his eye on it, and he's there. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Hullet. More and more pressure on the ball here. Referee's given a throw. Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. Well, I'm Peter Drury, and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks for that, Peter. I'm more than ready to get going here.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. If you have just joined, you have just missed the kickoff. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Yeah, Marquinhos, he's one of the toughest and most competitive centre-backs in the business. He's the kind of player you can rely on to always be just where you need him, making a vital interception or just making life difficult for the opposition to get through. And that's a very valuable characteristic.
No argument from me on that front. It's easy to see how his presence alone affects both sides.
Well, that's good defending.
John, surely! Oh, and that is really good tenacity. And we have our very first corner. And he's there to clear it. Paris Saint-Germain are looking to go forward now. Well, they've got it again. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. And the counter is on. That's destined for the flank. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Oh, that's fabulous. And it's Xavi Alonso. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. No way through. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Cristiano Ronaldo. Oh, shooting chance! Goal! Paris Saint-Germain! And that will surely go down as one of the easiest goals he could ever score.
Yeah, I'd rather praise the scorer than criticise the defence here. He stepped forth and conquered.
Leicester are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Paris Saint-Germain currently a goal to the good and with the lion's share of the ball. Xavi Alonso, a player whose confidence, whose sense of adventure rubs off on all of those around him. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. He is through here. Neymar and a header. Firm header just off target.
He did so well there. It's just a shame about the accuracy.
Not the best distribution from the keeper. Pass somewhat off target. Played out to the left flank. And he skips past his man. Neymar going face to face with his great rival. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Marquinhos can get it clear. Alonso. And this is Ronaldo. Cristiano Ronaldo. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Paris Saint-Germain clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Big chance! And he couldn't finish.
Well, you have to say how clever the pass was. It caught the defence off guard because of the disguise on it, and it makes it all the more disappointing that he didn't top it off with a finish.
Varane with the clearance. And now a sudden chance to counter. Now it's Messi. Messi will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Lovely pass, but can he get there?
Paris Saint-Germain are clearly playing a patient game here, looking to pick out those runners.
Yeah, that's a lot of the forwards, this style, doesn't it? You need them to be very sharp, chasing non-stop, running after lost causes.
Yeah, and you need a lot of movement up front if you're going to make it work.
Passes short and sharp. Maldini, and it's played in. That's a decent clearance. Neymar, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. Genuine physical edge about this game. It is quite attritional. The Rossi wins the duel this time.
Paris Saint-Germain really should be happy to let this half run out now and go again second.
And this... Can he finish?
He has saved the goalkeeper's blushes there. What great defending.
Neymar is sporting a guilty look after that.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Xavi Alonso. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. He's found a way through. Cannavaro, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. Well-timed, excellent interception. De Rossi.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
That's the end of the first 45. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here. Paris Saint-Germain leading by 1 at the break.
I thought that was a decent 45 minutes of football. Plenty of signs that both managers can take a lot of encouragement from. I would say the mood is neither overly negative nor positive. You still have to approach this like it's 0-0.
Paris Saint-Germain leading via the game's only goal, 1-0 at the break. Back on the way then. Can he finish? McAllister.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Nicely weighted ball. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Now it's Neymar. Bullet never out of the action for very long. And it's Lam. De Rossi. He's being urged to shoot. And he's managed to get free. Crosses it in. Tries to get it clear. And once more he proves rigid and robust. And here's Neymar. Nice bit of trickery. Now it's Xabi Alonso. De Rossi. Passing is crisp and sharp. That's a lovely, neat pass. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Paris Saint-Germain needed that. They really needed it.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Great vision. Good challenge. Excellent challenge. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Looking for... Juve! He's got a goal! They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
A momentary lapse, mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Well, let that be a lesson to them, Peter. They have to stay focused at all times. Any lapse in concentration, voila.
So we have movement on both benches. It's starting to look very interesting, this.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
De Rossi conjures time and space where few can. Haaland receives it in a good... Tries a shot! Goal! Paris Saint-Germain! And they get themselves in front! Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy. Impressive jump! Oh, it's come off the upright. And that is well cleared. And it's Thuram. Now here's the delivery. That should be the goalkeeper's, and it is.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Juve. And here's Azar. And this is Pat. Chance for a shot! And a neat finish. They're level in a trice.
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
Shot a goal! Oh, it's fallen loose again! Goal! Paris Saint-Germain! And they're back in front. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
That has been drummed into him from such an early age, Peter. It almost came as second nature. He susses the keeper couldn't hold on to it, and he's there in a flash.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
And the pass is intercepted. Anderson is the team's great visionary.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Paris Saint-Germain close now to seeing this one through to the end. Juve.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Added time going up here, it's 3 minutes. Oh, that pass isn't the best. And there goes the final whistle. Paris Saint-Germain have emerged victorious in this match of thrills. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks for that, Peter. I'm more than ready to get going here.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. So things are underway. Messi showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Nicely aimed pass. Oh, nicely intercepted.
I think it's only right for me to respectfully acknowledge Fabio Cannavaro as being a little giant.
Yeah, not the tallest of centre-halves, but can he finish? De Ligt gets it away. Vieira.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Oh, perfectly measured that. Schmeichel breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
De Ligt. Very early stages, Jim, but anything up to now that's of note?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
Pinches it off him. Alarm. It's Xavi Alonso. And it's Xavi Alonso. And he was quick to react. And it's Hullet. Nicely spread. Passes coming off in quick succession here. No change to the score. 0-0 it remains. Hullet. So what can they make of this? Xavi Alonso stood his ground strongly. And this is Xavi Alonso. Oh, that's an excellent interception.
Leicester definitely have the look of a team that likes to counter-attack, Peter.
Yeah, that is clear. Just look at how they line up.
Well, in other words, they don't mind being patient.
And here's Hullet. Oh, well cut out. No margin for error there at all.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
No, that's been intercepted. Now it's Pato. Hullet. And Hullet! There it is! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Leicester are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Leicester are in front now, the game's only goal.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo of the game. It's up to them to manage it from here now.
Tries to play it through. Oh, that looks a good ball through. Cristiano Ronaldo! And yes, it's there! That is remarkable, all square in a matter of moments.
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
There's the shot! Goal! Paris Saint-Germain! And the comeback is complete. And that really is so impressive.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came up trumps.
Paris Saint-Germain with the lead.
Yeah, it's all happening now. There's been an upping of the intention and urgency, a real step up in possession and purpose now.
Alonso. And here's Pato. Xavi Alonso, a player whose confidence, whose sense of adventure rubs off on all of those around him. And here's Pato. And he should have made them pay.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
Leicester with the corner, they're first. Cleared without hesitation. chance! He's got a goal! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye!
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
What a delicious finish. That is immaculate.
Yeah, the right touch in moments like that is key to what follows. All very neat and tidy.
It is compelling, this. Utterly compelling.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant.
Stood up well to him there. Alarm. Maldini has quite the footballing brain. He's almost never outsmarted. Xavi Alonso. He won't be happy with that one. And it's Hullet. Now it's Pato. Xavi Alonso. And we've reached half-time. High octane, high tempo, high scoring. That was quite a half of football. Caution certainly not on the agenda here from both sides.
Well, it's been played at such a frenetic pace. I'm amazed it's only been 45 minutes. I'm wondering whether these players are going to be able to maintain that energy.
So a really enthralling 45 minutes, beautifully poised for the 45 to follow. The score at half-time, 2-2. So straight into the second half. Maldini. Not getting too much time on the ball here. That is good pressing. De Rossi can see things others simply cannot. Leicester do have a chance to counter here. Hullet. Mbappe. Forced to go back. Hullet. Xavi Alonso, who has set up 2 goals. Hullet. That is ended up in no man's land. Oh, that's well spotted. Not the most accurate pass. Xabi Alonso. In again. And that has been knocked clear. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. Pass somewhat off target. Leicester appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Toure did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Oh, that pass isn't the best. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Xavi Alonso. Maldini promptly onto that, and that is that. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
He made it look a bit predictable.
And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Xavi Alonso. Thuram. And it's Xavi Alonso. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Well, that has not gone well. Now it's Hullet. That is good alertness. That's a sharp pass. Well timed, excellent interception. And here's Mbappe. And here's Xabi Alonso. Xavi Alonso. For Messi. Just about up to 75 minutes. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. De Rossi. And he's quick to return it. Ronaldo is flagged offside.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
Well, the two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time. Can he get on the end of this? Well read, nice interception. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
And here's Mbappe. McAllister. Oh, there's a probing ball. Now it's Platini. Great vision. Leicester needed that. They really needed it.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little...
Takes a shot! Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Threads one in.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Back where it came from. Oh, that is a good ball to find him. No way through, so back it comes.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Shot a goal! Incredible! Just incredible! So is that it? Is this the moment they stole it?
Well, when it's pieced together as efficiently as that, it's a joy to watch.
Paris Saint-Germain now on the verge of victory, save for a few potentially hectic final moments.
Well, I can wholeheartedly say, Peter, they deserved this, but has the opposition enough spirit left in them now to maybe find a way back?
And that is that. What a terrific response it was to adversity. What a fantastic game.